Good afternoon, everyone. I have served as district forest officer in various districts across Tamil Nadu, and the conflict is integral part of the today's management, and I would say that that takes lots of time, and today the conflict is very severe. Tomorrow it's going to be even more. I'll just give you some numbers that what are we speaking and what are we going to deal with. So Nilgiris Forest Division is a territorial division, unlike other tiger reserves or wildlife sanctuary. It's a proper territorial division. We have the distinction of territorial division and the wildlife division and the tiger reserves. Nilgiris is a very peculiar place where I would say that if you rank the number of tigers in a territorial division with respect to the number of tigers available in the even in the tiger reserves, I think we'll in a couple of years we'll outnumber even Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. That's the number we are speaking. The actual numbers will be published in an official publication, but the second column indicates the rise in percentage of tigers in Nilgiris. The absolute numbers are also there. I made sure that you're not understanding. That's it. So we have plenty of tigers in Nilgiris. That's the one takeaway I just wanted to indicate in this slide. And that may be of multiple factors. First thing is that our survey is more efficient nowadays. And for all practical purposes, we are behaving and operating just like any other tiger reserves. But we are a territorial division. We have all the problems as that of a territorial division. When you take the Mudumalai division of the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve, Mudumalai has two divisions, Mudumalai and Masnagudi. Masnagudi is the buffer part, Mudumalai is the core part. So it has very less encumbrance. They also have more or less similar number of tigers. But here, I have 461 number of reserve forest blocks. To compare, the area of the reserve forest I have is 50,000 hectares only. Whereas in Erode, I had only 7 reserve forests. It is 82,000 hectares. Amount of fragmentation in Nilgiris, the amount of consolidation in Erode, places like Erode, you can understand. There also conflict is there. And the conflict there also is very high. Can you imagine the kind of conflict that we are dealing in Nilgiris? These are the species-wise deaths that happened in the last 3 years. You can see the tigers. We were very successful in reducing the number of deaths over the period of time. We did a lot of systemic activities. I think that's not the point of discussion now. But effectively, we are able to reduce the number of conflicts. So in population theory, we used to say the positive checks and the negative checks. 2 years, we were feeling that the number of deaths have come down. But now we are dealing with the deaths are going high because we have more number of whatever animals in the landscape that the landscape can support. We suspect that we are overshooting the carrying capacity, maybe with the available data that we have. I can say that we have in last 3 years, 4 years only, we have 487 wild animals deaths across 11 species. There are some minor species left out for the context I have put up. And with the gaurs taking the number of very high number of deaths, yet we have very good gaur population. Our population is not declining even after these many deaths. And of course, there was one overshoot of tiger deaths in the year 2023, which includes 4 cubs as well. The mother was abandoned. The mother abandoned the cubs, so all the 4 cubs died of starvation. And when we speak about the conflict trends with respect to Nilgiris, 2012 people have succumbed to the human-wildlife conflict. and 75 injuries, 127 cases of crop damages, and luckily our uh, be it elephants or the gaurs does not eat away the teas. Otherwise, our numbers would have been in some lakhs. So 40 instances of property damage and 265 livestock deaths. So this the and this just the heat map of the conflicts that we are facing. Very, very indicative ones. Just the last 4 years data only, and then 2025 is a half year data only up to the month of June only. So this is the thing we are dealing with. So this we have done, as I was telling, that after the series of tiger deaths, we have introduced the concept of M stripes, which is being done only in tiger reserves. But we have 63 beats, and then all 63 beats, we are doing the M stripes pattern. That is how we were able to get a lot of data. This helps us in understanding the context and then moving forward. So, in an average, our staff walk 15,000 kilometers per month across our landscape for regular patrolling and for whatever reasons, homing operations and other. One thing that has helped the conservation effort is that government has set up a dedicated fund of 5 crores for proactively compensate the loss of lives, loss of livestock or the property. So because livestock loss when dealt with is very critical and protecting the animals from revenge killing and poisonings. So we have now what was our biggest problem in the yesteryears is that we didn't have much sufficient fund for the compensation of the losses of the livestock and other losses. So this was addressed, and this has helped us in a very big way. So the number of conflict that in terms of bear that happened in 2024 only 116 numbers. And 2025, so far only it is 107. I don't know, whether I can term it as exponential or there is a word beyond it. I'm not very sure. Maybe some underreporting might have happened in the year 2023 or 22, but definitely we are facing a very, very high conflict situation with respect to sloth bears. And areas, of course, bears are everywhere in Nilgiris. And particular areas, if we want to speak, it's the Kunda, Kattabetu, Kunur, all those regions which are facing the conflicts. The reasons, there are multiple reasons that during the QA, we will discuss about it. And wherever it's on the broad daylight, when that's the road that I take my kid to the school. So that's on the same road. So property damages. And second animal that is mostly conflict prone is the leopard. And just to understand mortalities of the leopard over the years, and as well as the conflict situations, I have compared, and there is a trend to it. So that's the understanding we have now. So every year in Nilgiris, before 2022, close to around 10 to 12 animals die. And 50% of the animal die due to snaring and other non-natural reasons. So with the efforts of the department, and then we have increased the protection, people who are involved in the protection. So we were able to address the snaring and most of the non-natural causes for the death. And of course, our priority compensation, everything has helped. And last year, there was only 3. And this year, so far, we had 5. So there is a decreasing trend. So I will say when I speak to my senior officials, I have 20 surplus in my kitty now. So that is why I am facing a lot of conflict due to the leopard. And that's not the only reason. Please don't mind. I'm just indicating few reasons and then trends that we are understanding. When we speak about the conflict trends, there are multiple reasons to it. So I'm not attributing all the reasons. There are 10 reasons. I'm just indicating only one because of the short of time. So That's the recent death. Leopard caught in a snare, and the love between the dogs and the leopards. Everybody knows that, and most of the people in the hall will acknowledge that. So this is everyday affair for us. On an average, we deal with at least 3 to 5 cases of sloth bear attack, and at least 2 to 3 cases of leopard attack across Nilgiris. So, as a measure of addressing the conflict, every second month we capture a sloth bear which is conflict prone and then release it back into the wild. We have not taken any animal to the captivity so far. We are just rewilding the animal. So that is one thing we are doing. Because long back, since a long time, the decision of the government is 100%. We long back only we have moved from the production forestry to protection forestry. That is why we are not doing any commercial felling operations. All the felling operations that's happening in Nilgiris are just invasive species removal only. That we'll be discussing in detail in the next session. So we are not doing green felling anywhere in Tamil Nadu. That is one state, we are one state, very conscious about it, 100% conservative and for conservation only. So just like that, the rewilding of the Rivaldo and all the species, maximum it is mostly 150% or 200%. We are for the conservation and then rewilding only. So these are the conflict just. We were under the conflict reasons, and when we understand, are 3 broadly classified reasons. So waste disposal and the management of the waste is one of the biggest problem that we are facing here in Nilgiris. And there is a change in land use. Then particularly the tea gardens used to be the secondary habitats for the wildlife, are now being changed for whatever reasons, and then the conversion is happening. So that is another big reason. And there is one more culprit called the CCTV cameras. I mean, that guy is now affordable. And then every day in the news, we are getting one or other clips. There was one tiger with 4 cubs. Before even we brushed our teeth, it was flashed. Then it went viral. And so that's how it is. So people are little bit frightened because of the number of instances that people are facing. I would say that some 20-30 years back, the Ooty will go to sleep at 7 o'clock. So nobody would have seen anything. And then there is an increasing number, and there is an increasing eyes that are seeing that also. So that is also a reason that we are able to feel more of a conflict in Nilgiris. And of course, gaur is something just, the second slide is much interesting slide, I would say. This was told by one of our staff, forest guard. He said that, Aya, tiger engella irukko, angella vandu gaur illengaya. Western catchment Parson Valley பகுதியிலலாம் வந்து நிறைய gaurs இருந்துச்சு, but now it is not there. So, of course, people would have spent at least 20 years to study this, understand this, use models. Then he just threw it just like that. We are taking a cue from it, and then we are proactively working on relocation of the gaur back to its original habitats. So this is one thing. So interaction with our field staff throws a lot of light to us. With respect to, there are some slides that's meant from the animal-centric point of view or the department point of view. We are facing every month some unaddressed pits that our gaurs are falling into, and then small plastic plates. I don't know how many human hours it will take a small plastic plate to be removed and then put it in a place where it should be. But so far we have dealt with at least 6 to 7 gaurs clutched plastic PVC pipes, the waste plastic pipes that clutched into the foot of the animal. So it takes a humongous operation. We have to sedate the animal, and then we have to cut it, and then it's a huge operation. But we got used to it. But it is an earnest request to the people that just as collector was telling you, just a small civic responsibility will definitely help us out, because it takes a lot of our staff hours. At least 2 days we have spent in monitoring the animal, health of the animal, how much dose to be put up for managing the animal to be in a state. And so that goes on. This is something I just wanted to speak about it. See, see, 4 o'clock. I can take you all to Kotagiri. We can find 10 people sitting somewhere and then watching the animal. See, that we don't have problem with people who are doing with 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 some sense of responsibility and this thing. People are going into the den of the animal. Can you imagine? We don't have much forest area in Kotagiri, that particular place that we are dealing with. We have very small pockets of forest there. What if animal enters a village? What it gets more humanized? It can easily walk into a village, lift away. The leopards are known for lifting small kids. We are seriously concerned only because of that. The repercussions that people are not understanding. I don't know, they have a common WhatsApp group or not. The moment an animal is spotted, we can see a swarm of people running with photographs and then cameras and then shooting. People used to say, shoot an animal with a camera. Okay, that is a slogan, but not in Kotagiri and these places. Our leopards are getting exposed. Can you imagine? We had a Bavaria poaching incident in Nilgiris 3 years back. The judgment was delivered yesterday. They were jailed for 3 years. These are illiterate people who are generally from the region of Haryana and Punjab and Rajasthan region. How did they know that? How did they know that our Nilgiris, particularly Avalanche, has tigers? There is a network working it. Wildlife crime is only uh, very, uh, very big topic that is not spoken much. So all these small things will lead to huge wildlife crimes and then wildlife trafficking. And just the last slide. Then we had an array of poachers from Gudulur region and the neighboring state. And we had 6 groups of poachers we have cracked down. They were poaching on a Indian gaur for the meat purpose. When Uti goes to sleep, these guys wakes up, freshen up, comes, hunt an animal and goes. Since we have a lot of carnivores here, in a matter of 2 days time, it will be scavenged. So we were not finding trace. One fine day in 2023, October 19, we had one case. After that, we were able to crack down a lot of groups. Lots and lots of people. We are still in hunt for some more people. We were very strong, and then we were able to successfully address this conflict. We have arrested most of the accused, and if not, they're absconding somewhere else in the world only. So, all small picture of gaur grazing in IT estates may lead to this kind of issue. So that's one thing that I wanted to indicate, and so that's all. And thank you.